Hi guys, it's Euphoria Lovery. I'm out here in my storage room needing to organize my glass shelves. It's really in dire need of some straightening up and some purging, and the organization, grouping together. It's not really in good shape right now. And I have glass kind of hanging on the edge here, and I don't want it to fall. I have mix mac jars. I have jars that just are not grouped together, and I really need to come up with a better system so that I can better utilize what I have and better see what's on the shelves. I believe that one key to organization is compartmentalizing. So I took a trip to my local Hobby Lobby and picked up some containers. I didn't want to use plastic since I'm working with glass, so I just picked up some metal and some wood, kind of shallow trays so that I can organize my glassware. I found a really cute galvanized tray here at Hobby Lobby. I found another wood tray here. This was, let's see what the price was on this. This was $5.99. And I'm thinking of using it for my smaller mason jars. Also got a larger size wood tray. And it was priced at $9.99. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and sort all of my glassware so I can see exactly what I have, and then go from there as far as coming up with a compartmental system. So I have cleared off the top shelf of glass, and it seems like a pretty huge shelf, but when all of the glass was up there, it looked really small. So here's a look at the glass that I have separated out by type and size. Here's the first little pile, and then here is the second little pile that I'm having to work with. So what I think I'm gonna do is take the big tray, the biggest tray that I have, and start filling it up first. And so what I think I should do is take these kind of fat, short jars and put them into that tray. So here's a look at those jars in the tray, and it looks like 3 can fit pretty comfortably right beside each other, so I'm going to continue to put those in. So this particular container holds 9 of the short and stocky mason jars nicely. They're nicely contained in here, and I thought it would be nice to sit these next to them since they are also short and stubby, just not as big. So now there's the 3 mason jars that are the same height next to the other mason jars. And I think it looks nice and neat enough. So the next container that I'm going to use is the galvanized metal one. And I thought it would be appropriate to put these size mason jars in it. And I like the fact that these are stackable, so I'm going to put those in now. So it looks like only 4 jars will fit vertically in this particular container, but I don't mind that, like I said, because these are stackable jars. So it does look like I have room in the middle to put some jars as well. So I'm going to put a few in the middle. So I was able to fill this container here with all of my small little mason jars, and then I can go ahead and stack them if I have more, if I get more. So the next jars that I decided to group together were my fruit jars. So preserve jars. I'm assuming that's what they are because they have the little engraving of fruit on there. So I decided to put those next to the smaller mason jars. I believe that's a pint size. The next set of jars I think I want to compartmentalize are my miniature mason jars. I'm going to take those and put them in my smallest container that I got from Hobby Lobby. So here in this tray, I'm just starting to stack my miniature mason jars, and I'll keep going until they're all in this tray. So it looks like about 4 of those jars fit nicely across the tray. Also decided to use a Dollar Tree wire basket to hold some of my Old Spice jars. So looking at the top shelf, it looks like I have accomplished my goal of grouping the similar mason jars together and organizing that. So now it's time to move on to the second shelf for me to organize it. Also want to let you know any jars that are missing lids, I'm going to take those out and possibly do something else with those or order more lids. I'm not really sure right now. Cleared off the second shelf and I did get rid of some things. I did purge some things. I used to keep all of my spaghetti pasta jars, but I decided to just keep the ones that are actually mason jars and then throw the rest away. So for instance, this Classico tomato sauce bottle is actually a mason jar. So is this Vlasics pickle jar. It is a true mason jar with the measurements on it. So I decided to keep only these, and I'm throwing away the Barilla pasta jars and also throwing away the Prego jars. There's a look at the jars that I'm throwing away. So I've run out of trays, but what I decided to do was stack all of the pickle jars together and then all of the pasta sauce jars together. I have all of these spaghetti jars and pizza pickle jars stacked together very neatly. I like the way this looks. Even without the trays, I may or may not go and get trays later on. Deciding to use a Dollar Tree wire basket to put some of my specialty jars in. So for instance, any decorative jars or candy jars, things of that nature, I'm going to put over here in this category here. And that way I can easily find it when I need to get to it. Going to use another Dollar Tree wire basket to organize my slender jars. So anything hot sauce jars and vinegar jars and oil jars, I'm going to put in this little basket here. So my shelves went from trash to treasure. I am so happy with the way it turned out. I can see everything that I have and I'm not stressed as soon as I walk in. This is the first glance when you walk into my stockpile room, so it's nice to see these glass containers organized, and so happy about it. So happy I took the time to get this done. Thank you so much for tuning in to watch me strategize and organize my mason jar collection. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe.